Despite the troubled past with Purdue football, the Boilermakers were anything but challenging for the Buckeyes, who put in their third string by the end of the 56-0 victory. The Buckeyes put points on the board early as junior cornerback Duran Grant had a pick six on the second play of the game. The Purdue offense had as many yards as Ohio State tight end Jeff Hireman at 116 yards. Hireman earned the John Mackey Tight End Award of the Week for his performance. On defense, Ryan Shazier was named Lot Impact Player of the Week with 3 tackles for loss, including 2 sacks and 7 total tackles. More awards for the Buckeyes may be in order, as Braxton Miller was named one of the 16 semifinalists for the Davey O'Brien National Quarterback Award. The Buckeyes remain number 4 in the BCS standings, but they have a bye week. They play Illinois on November 16th. Basketball is back. The Buckeyes, named number 11 in preseason polls, had their exhibition game last weekend against Walsh, defeating the Division II school 93-63. Senior guard Linzel Smith Jr. and junior forward LaQuinton Ross each had 15 points. Senior guard Aaron Kraft has already been getting some recognition. He is one of the 15 players to make the U.S. Basketball Writers Association watch list for the Oscar Robertson Trophy. The Buckeyes are set to have their season opener this week against Morgan State at the Schottenstein Center. The women's basketball team had no trouble with their exhibition opponent, blowing past Bellarmine 101-48. The Buckeyes are underway for their first season under new head coach Kevin McGuff. The ladies traveled to Morgantown to take on West Virginia University. The men's soccer team upset number 9 Penn State 1-0 in double overtime, making it their first win in the Big Ten Conference and handing the Nittany Lions their first loss in the conference. The underclassmen certainly made the senior night memorable. Freshman forward Danny Jensen scored the winning goal for the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes face Wisconsin this weekend in their last regular season game before they enter the Big Ten tournament next week. The women's soccer team fought a hard battle against rival Michigan, but this time it cost them more than their pride. The Buckeyes fell 2-0 against the Wolverines and did not clinch a spot in the Big Ten tournament this year. Despite the end of their season, Megan Fuller and Nichelle Prince were named second team All-Big Ten. The women's volleyball team could not take down Michigan during their second meeting of the year, losing 3-2, and once again falling to Michigan State for the second time this year, 3-0. The Buckeyes continue to struggle through conference play as they meet Big Ten opponents for the second time. They take on Indiana and Purdue this weekend at home. The men's hockey team split the series against Minnesota Duluth, losing the first game 3-1, but bouncing back for the second game to win 4-2. Despite the slow start of the season, the Buckeyes are now 4-4. The Buckeyes hope to start their winning season this weekend at home as they take on Niagara. In women's hockey, the number 10 Buckeyes dropped the road series against number 2 Wisconsin, losing the first game 4-1 and the second game 3-2. Despite the loss, senior Chelsea Knapp stopped 27 shots for the Buckeyes, and freshman Claudia Kepler tallied both goals for the Buckeyes. They are set to face Bemidji State this weekend at home. The women's field hockey team ended their regular season with no conference wins as they were shut out by Northwestern 5-0. But the Buckeyes didn't let that discourage them going into the Big Ten tournament, as they sought revenge on the Wildcats and upset the number 2 seed 3-2. The Buckeyes advanced to the semis. For all your fall sports news, make sure to check out thelantern.com and follow Lantern Sports on Twitter. Reporting for The Lantern, I'm Jordan Elwood.